welcome, Zoyos, welcome. So in this individual reading, this will be for a Cancer reading. This is for a Cancer reading for July 10th to July 17th of 2026. So you know what you're going through, Cancer. I understand of how it is in that way, because you have to look at things from a different perspective, right? So it's the way of how it goes in that way. But you have to understand it. You have to be how it goes in that way, and you need to think about yourself. Like, I did the best option. I know what to do. I know I can do it. But that's how it goes. It's like you need to understand about your own circumstance to know your own beautiful outcome in that way, because that's how it goes. So whether if you say it to yourself and say, all right, well, I'm going to get something done, that's how it goes in that way, right? Because that's how it goes. So whether if you say to yourself and say, well, this is the way it works, yes, that's how it goes in that way. So you have to do that, because there's always something, and you need to understand that. You need to be how grateful. You have to be, be certainty, and that's how it goes that way. So that's how it goes. But what this is, whether you think to yourself and say, all right, well, this is how it goes, that's how it's going to be in that way. So that's how it is, because the way this is, you have the Six of Pentacles separate. You want kindness and respect, and then you have the Three of Pentacles separate because you want excitement. Now, Cancer, between those two, feelings, that if you want to be kind to somebody, that's how it goes. If you being excited for somebody, that's how it is. But what this is, whether if you want to be doing it in a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, that's how it goes in that way. So because you need to understand it, you need to be perfect. You need to be well respected in that way, and that's how it goes in that way. So that's how it goes in that way. So that's how it goes. Because the way of how it is in that way, this is how it goes. So you will see the cards eventually, but I will tell you what's going on between your immediate future, the way how it works, the way how you're going to look at it from a different perspective, and that's how it goes in that way. So that's how it is, but you have to understand that you have to be who you are, and you have to understand that. So that's how it goes. So eventually you will see the cards eventually, but I will tell you what's going on in that way. So in the immediate future, you have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So that means you're having bad luck in the immediate future. So I'm going to clarify that between three cards. So the Queen of Wands is that right? There's charisma. Seven of Wands reversed, there's no silence. Three of Swords reversed, there's no heartbreak. So when you use that charisma, when you use the respect, that's how it goes in that way, because you might be following it. So what it might be doing in their Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, that's how it goes in that way. All right. The next one down below, you have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. You have no money in this situation. Possibly about money, but in that way of how it goes, let me see what is going on between your other immediate future in this way. So you have Ten Cups over, there's completion. Empress reverse, there's no nourishment. Star reverse, there's no inspiration. Exactly. So you want things to be completed in that way, whether if you not feeling nourishment, you're not feeling inspiration, but that's how it goes in that way. So that's how it is, right? So whether if you think to yourself and say, all right, this is how it goes, that's what it is in that way. All right, that's how it goes. What is this Four of Pentacles about? So you have the Page of Swords, you want education. Wheel of Fortune, you want to have a good luck, and the World reverses incompletion. Exactly. So whether you want things to be happening in the right way, you have to deserve it in the way of how it goes in that way, and you think to yourself, well, this is how it goes. This is the way it works. That's how it goes. So you want to focus on your own positivity, because you're going to look for good luck on your side, right? That's how it goes. What is this Eight of Swords about? Or Eight of Wands about? Ten of Spheres is no healing. Four of Wands is over their celebration, or just the right one skill. Exactly. So whatever you focus on that's how it goes. So what it might be doing in their Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, that's how it goes in that way. So that's how it is. Let me clarify this Magician. Nine of Pentacles, you're feeling comfortable. Justice, you're telling the truth. And Five of Wands, there's no chaos. Exactly. So whether you're feeling uncomfortable, that's how it goes in that way. So you have to understand that, okay, well, this is the way it works, but that's how it goes, right? This is how it goes in that way. So you're going to see the cards, and these cards are basically representing of how it goes in that way, Cancer, because this is how it goes. So whether that is a beautiful reading, it is, but this is a good start because when you look at it in a different perspective, that's all you can do, right? So it's like you're saying to yourself, it's like, look at me, I want to do it. That's how it goes. So whether you want to do it in the right way, that's how it goes. Because you're trying to be have your own perspective and wonderful kind, but that's how it goes. So clarify between the immediate future. So I'll do one card each. The moon is over, there's misrotation, so maybe you're being how it goes in that way, whether you might have misrotations, but that's how it goes in that way. What's between the Ten Cups, the Empress, and the Star? So it's already making decisions, that's how it goes. Yeah, because you want to make decisions. What's this World card about? It'll be you already have a soulmate because that's how it goes, Cancer, and that's how it is. That's between this Magician and this Four of Wands about. Hey man, sorry, you want restrictions, exactly how it goes. Yes. And what's this 5 Wands about? Death card, sorry, there's endings here because you're focusing on the Scorpio. So things have to be in the right way, and that's how it goes in that way, because that's how it is in the way of how it goes. So I'm going to clarify the 3 cards for the Moon card, please. Cherry Earth is no progress, just so you're telling the truth, and Moon is over there's misrotations. Exactly. So if you're focusing about telling the truth, that's how it goes, right? If you're focusing about having the misrotations or whatever it is, that's how it goes. You're focusing on the Moon energy, but that's how it goes in the right way. Okay, Cancer. What's this? There was the Temperatures is no healing. Those over there's obsessive addictions. Spring cards over there's bravery. Exactly. So you have to stand about what you're doing in that way. That's how it goes. So whether you're acting like, oh, it's not my choice, but what this is, it's like you need to understand that, right? If you want to focus on bravery, that's what you want. But if you're focusing about having, bad language, or you're saying whatever it is, things are not going as planned, that's how it goes. But what this is, you need to understand that. You need to put things into that perspective, because that's how it goes in that way. What's this Hermit card about? Hierophant are, you want guidance. Stories over, there's inspiration. Full years, there's no change. Exactly. So whatever you look at things in their perspective, that's how it goes. Whatever you're focusing on another, guidance, that's how it goes in that way. So it's like, alright, this is how it goes. Alright, this is how pity it is. But that's how it goes in that way. So you have to focus on that. What's this Haman about? The Sun of yours is negativity. Here, Magician's are, you want skill. Dusk of yours is no endings. Yeah, exactly. So when you're having negativity, Cancer, I understand that. But you need to focus on your own stigma, because you want to focus on positivity, right? You want to focus on being brave. You have to be encourageable of what you're doing in that way, because you have to focus on that. You focus on your extra strength. You have to focus on your own dignity, your own self-respect. That's how it goes in that way. What's this Death card about? Hermit is already there's solitude. High Priestess are, you're using your voice. Doesn't yours is not taking action. Exactly. So the way how this is, if you want to use your inner voice, use it. But if you have the Hermit card and you're in a hermit mode, whether you're focusing on another Libra, or you're focusing on another, another soulmate, whatever it is, that's how it goes. So you need to understand that, because this is the way it works in that way, because you have to understand that. That's how it goes in that way. Okay? So let me focus on between the reverse cards. I'll clarify this Chariot card. Territory, there's healing. Exactly. You want to heal, because that's how it goes in that way. Because you focus on that dignity of what happened to you. Let me see what's this Fool card about. Just yours, and you're not telling the truth. You're basically you're lying about something, because it's like, I'm acting like I'm okay, but I'm not. That's how it goes in that way. So it's like you need to let go, but you have to focus on why you're feeling negative, why you're not having that extra strength to be careful on what you're doing in that way, right? That's how it goes. What's between this Death card and this Sun card? Judgments are you're taking action, yeah, because when you're focusing on that and you're focusing about having action, you want to take it. You want to take things for granted. You want to do what as you're told, because that's how it goes. So whether you're focusing on it or having action, that's how it goes. This is based on that. What's this judgment about? Sun cards are there's positivity, exactly. So you're in between having positive, being positive one way or another. That's how it goes. So it's like going to be a step in the right direction. What's this Justice card about? 4 years is no change. Wheel for sure, sure, honey, bad luck. But just there, you want skill. Exactly. So you want things to happen in the right way, in the right perspective. That's all you can do. So whether if you say, all right, well, I don't want to do this again. That's how it goes. So it's like you need to do it in that way and saying, all right, well, this is how it goes. This is the way it works, but this is how it is. So when you look at it from a different perspective, that's all you can do. What's the middle of this situation? 5 swords, sorry, there's conflict. Exactly. So when you are having conflict and you're not getting along with somebody and you're having conflict with them, be alert, or stay away from that person. Whether if you're dealing with your parents, your grandfather, whatever it is, you need to try to focus a different direction in that way. Because if you're focused on negativity, if you're focusing on having conflict or whatever it is, and you're not telling the truth, it's like you're saying like, oh, everything's fine. No, it's not. So Cancer, you need to be obeying what I'm saying to you, because it has to be correct, not wrong. And that's how it goes, right? So when you're focusing on that, that's how it's going to be. So let me go from the middle, between the middle and the left, and the middle to the right. So we have the Ace of Wands reverse, there's no new beginnings. 10 Cups here, there's a delusion. Page of Pentacles reverse, there's no prospects. King of Swords here, you want knowledge. Strength of Swords, there's bravery. Star reverse, there's no inspiration. King of Wands Swords, there's passion, so you want leadership, and you want bravery, and you want knowledge. That's how it goes in that way, right? You're having that way, and whether you're having a deja vu moment as your delusion, that's how it goes in that way, Cancer, because that's how it goes. So it's like, oh, everything's fine. It's like, yes, but that's how it goes. What's between the middle and the right side, please? The Tower of Yours is no transformation. Queen of Swords first, you're not showing independence. Sun cards are there's positivity. Queen Cups are there's empathy. The Ace of Pentacles first is no growth. 2 Wands for you're planning on something. 8 Cups first is no introspection. Judgment is already there's action. So you're seeing both sides of the situation, no matter it goes, but you have to take action on it. If you want to stay positive, that's all you can do, right? If you're not showing your independence, you need to do what you can, because you do what you can in that way, because that's how it goes. If you think to yourself, oh, everything's fine, yes, but everything is not going to be all peachy, being green, whatever it is. That's how it goes. So when you focus on that, that's how it goes. Let me clarify this King Wands here. 9 Swords, there's trauma. 3 Pentacles, there's no excitement. Ace Cups, there's satisfaction. 6 Cups, there's the past. Exactly. That's why you're feeling like this. It's like you're saying, it's not my fault. It's not how it goes. But when you lead to yourself, Cancer, into the past, leave it alone. But if you keep doing this over and over and over and over, that's how it goes. It's like, well, I don't like this. But you have to do it. You have to focus on that. Like, you don't want to focus on the past, no. So whether you might be focusing on the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, generally Aquarius, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, you're focusing on that. You're focusing about what's going on in this way. That's how it goes. Let me clarify this judgment. You have the 9 Pentacles here, you're feeling uncomfortable. 2 Swords is alright. You don't know which path you're going to take, left or right. So you have the 9 Wands here, there's no fear. You have the Ten Pentacles here, so no, you already have a career. So let me clarify this now. Wands here. King Cups over, you want support. What's opposite with the Ten Pentacles? Hermit yours, you already have a soulmate. Seven Swords, you're feeling deceit. Exactly, because everything's deceiving you, right? It's like, well, this is not going to end well. No, it's not. What's the middle of this situation? The Knight of Pentacles, or you want trust. Exactly. That's how it goes, Cancer. Because the way it works, if you're focusing about having trust, you have to understand that, because that's how it goes, and that's the way it works in that way. So you need to understand that, right? So whether if you focus about having the past and you pay attention, understand that, because when you focus on that, you do exactly how it goes. You need to be who you are, because the way of this is, you understand that, because there's always intentions, and those are the intentions that you want. You want to be, who you are. You want to have the focus of, staying positive and focusing about trust and focusing about things, right? If you're focusing about the past, like, leave that past alone. It's forbidden, right? That's how it goes. But if you keep focusing on the past over and over and over, it's like, it's a never-ending story. It's not. So, the universe is telling me in this reading is that you need to build trust. And that's what it is, Cancer. That's how it goes. So, I hope you all like this video. Please give a like and a comment if you want. And I'll see you next time I'm going to do. And that's what it goes. So, thanks so much. Thank you. Have a nice day to everybody. And that's what it goes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye for now. Really, thank you. And bye.